my name is Willy Wonka.
Then shouldn't you be up there?
Well, I couldn't very well watch the show from up there now, could I, little girl?
As many of you all may know, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is known as a fun, candy-filled adventure film. But what if I told you there's a hidden, much deeper message behind it all? A message that's not just about chocolate, but about sin, greed, and the moral consequences of indulgence. Sounds crazy, right? Well, hold on tight, because today we're diving directly into how each of the main characters in the movie represent one of the 7 deadly sins. Yeah.
Step one. Princess. Get out.
I'm back, back. They thought I was done, but the whole time I'm screaming I'm back. I switch up my hair. Yeah, they gon' stare. And you can call me Jay. Like, comment. Don't forget to share.
Oh, and lock in. Subscribe. What y'all doing? Yes, y'all. From gluttony to greed to pride and even envy, y'all. Willy Wonka isn't just a magical candy story, believe it or not. It's actually a spiritual journey that teaches us as viewers powerful lessons about the dangers of these vices. So grab your golden ticket and let's uncover the dark, hidden truths of this childhood classic that many don't even know about. Let's dive into the 7 deadly sins, Willy Wonka style. Now let's break it down. Each of the children that actually visit Wonka's chocolate factory isn't just there for candy and fun. They actually represent the very sins that can lead us down a dangerous path. Now let's start with the most obvious one. Number 1, gluttony. Augustus Gloop.
Hey, little boy, my chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Y'all know Augustus Gloop, a dent da doo, a boom bam boo da, no. Honestly, the proof is low-key already in the name. Augustus Gloop, you know, Gloop, it's like Gloop, like gluttony, like, you know what I'm saying? Gloop's character is the embodiment of gluttony, you guys. From the moment he's introduced, we see a boy whose only concern is eating, and he doesn't stop. Whether it's chocolate, sweets, or anything in sight, he devours it without any regard of the consequences.
How did you celebrate?
I eat your candy.
Augustus's downfall is as literal as it gets. After indulging in the chocolate river, he gets sucked into the machine, quite literally drowning in his own excess. And the message to me here is pretty clear. Gluttony is not just about food. It's about excess in all things. Too much of anything is not okay, okay? Unless it's the Lord Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, too much of that is good, like that's good. Be filled with the Holy Spirit. But I'm talking about too much of anything that's like earthly, physical, like, you know what I'm saying? It really is not good. No matter how glamorous, cutesy them here, no matter how cute it looks on the outside, truthfully deep down inside, anything in excess is gluttony. And when we can't control our impulses or desires, they'll ultimately consume us, like Augustus Gloop. Y'all get it? Please tell me y'all are getting it, because bro, the fact that it's showing us the 7 deadly sins. But let me calm down. Let me land the plane, okay? Because I ain't even take off yet. Number 2, greed.
Daddy, I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels. I want a squirrel.
Now, to no surprise, we have Veruca Salt. And again, y'all, her downfall is also in her name, low-key. Because, like, Veruca Salt, it's like, it's giving salty, like, greed, like, all about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me. Stay with me.
Daddy, I want another pony.
I really hope I'm saying her name right, you guys. If I'm not, don't beat me up. I ain't produced Willy Wonka. I'm just trying to... We meet Veruca Salt, and if there's one thing she's good at, oh baby, it's greed, okay? This character, Veruca, is extremely spoiled, entitled, and she just believes that the world owes her everything. It's all about her.
You don't care about you. You over there don't care about you either.
Miss Veruca, her character is very greedy. Daddy, please, I need that squirrel. Yeah, that's Veruca Salt. We see in the movie that she doesn't care about anything or anyone besides herself. Her tantrum over wanting the squirrel and just everything, like all the little things throughout the film, are literal perfect representations of greed. Literally, greed. This is biblical And y'all, I'm getting excited because like it's so many different movies. Like 9 times out of 10, the movie that you just watched, your favorite movie, is 9 times out of 10 biblical, and you don't even peep it at all. Like, and it's just crazy because like it's right in our face, y'all. Like, it's right in our face. But I digress. Miss Veruca, she's the literal perfect representation of greed. And of course, in the film, we see that she always gets what she wants. But this time, she's immediately punished, falling down the garbage chute as her greed leads her to a literal dumping of all her desires. Greed, like gluttony, leaves you empty-handed in the end. Number 3, pride.
I'd rather you didn't.
I'm the world record holder in chewing gum. I'm not afraid of anything.
And then there's Violet Beauregarde. Y'all, I butchered that so bad. But Miss Violet, the girl that blows up and becomes big and purple. Miss Violet, oh, she is the queen of pride, you guys. I noticed that when these characters are first introduced, as a viewer, we see when each of the characters are holding up that golden ticket. Notice that in the background, every single one of their backgrounds represents their sin, literally, or their, you know,
Flaw or personality trait.
For real, for real. You can see that as they are holding up reading, Charlie's all humble. Charlie isn't even reading the freaking golden ticket, y'all. His parents are reading it, which shows Charlie's meekness, his childlikeness. Whereas when you go to the other characters, notice that in the background of their golden ticket scene, it's literally their sin, gluttony, pride, greed, idolatry, envy, like all of these things, you guys. And that's just a little midpoint that I just wanted to throw at y'all because, bro, like I literally peeped it as I was studying for this video. I'm like, wait. As they reading the golden ticket, why is Charlie the only one that's not reading it? Because Charlie's humble. But anywho, you guys, we're gonna get to that. Back to Miss Violet, she is the queen of pride. It's clear that Miss Violet is obsessed with being the best at everything, all the time. Like, you can't be better than Miss Violet, ever, because she's the best.
These are just some of the 263 trophies.
And we see throughout the film that she can't stop bragging about her own achievements, especially her chewing gum record, you guys. Her pride gets her into serious trouble when she chews a piece of experimental gum after Mr. Wonka told her not to. So she just disobeying Mr. Wonka. Like, she not listening to nobody, and neither are any of these kids. But Charlie, we got one hope. Willy Wonka got a sin too. We're gonna get to him at the end too, but I'm getting excited because this is like, okay, whatever. She goes ahead and chews the piece of experimental gum, and the result, guess what the result was, y'all. Just guess. Because the wages of sin are death. So tell me the result of this. What was the result? Yeah, she turned into a blueberry. I know you probably was like, girl, she deaf, this, that, and third. Ref. No, chill, y'all. She just got turned into a blueberry because they had to keep it family friendly. But she goes ahead and she turns into a blueberry. It's as if her pride literally blows up in her face. The film tells us that pride doesn't just ruin your reputation, but believe it or not, pride can actually have physical, even bizarre consequences. And to us as viewers, it's a reminder that humility is a key virtue, while pride can be incredibly destructive. Now, I know some of y'all might be like, this girl is reaching, like she's dragging it, like Willy Wonka was not, like they was not thinking about all this. Okay, keep watching. Number 4, envy/idolatry. Yeah, so Mike TV, literally, y'all, like what he's struggling with is in his name. Little Mr. Mike is literally obsessed with the TV. Like, he consumes himself with the TV, almost idolizes the TV. And the fact that his name is Mike TV. So Mike TV is the embodiment of envy. He is completely obsessed with technology, always wanting to be the coolest and the best.
He's an idiot. But I'm not.
His envy of the TV world causes him to streak down to the size of a TV show character after he's zapped into the television screen. Again, Mike TV also disobeyed Willy Wonka after he said, chill, no, not too much. These kids, they're not listening. These sins, they don't want to listen. But you gotta beat up the flesh until it listens. AKA fasting. But listen, and praying. Y'all, hear me y'all. Outside of envy, I strongly believe that Mike TV's character symbolizes idolatry and the dangers of idolatry, because he's literally idolizing these televisions, all this technology, and he's pretty much putting it above everything. His dad, Wonka, the candy, he don't even care for the experience. He's just like, where's the TV? Where's the TV? Where's the footage? Like, where's the TV? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how Mike is. This symbolizes how envy / idolatry can distort our perspective and can shrink our world down to nothing. Instead of appreciating the world around him, Mike's envy of others makes him lose touch with reality. Envy, along with idolatry, doesn't just harm relationships, baby. It literally makes us smaller in the process. And it also makes the things that we are supposed to be focusing on smaller, because you're putting that thing above what truly matters, if you get what I'm putting down. Number 5, wrath. Now let's touch on Mr. Willy Wonka, because Mr. Willy Wonka actually has a bit of anger in his heart as we see it highlighted throughout the film. Mr. Wonka can't even say parents, he can't even say family.
And the rest of you must be there.
Well, that's at the start of the movie. At the end, he has a little bit of hope. But throughout the film, we see the heart of Mr. Wonka. Yes, he has this love for candy, but he has this hate for his father. And truly, unforgiveness is a sin, but it isn't listed as one of the 7 deadly sins. So honestly, I feel like this is more so unforgiveness than wrath, because he is bitter and angry, but it's really the unforgiveness of him not forgiving his father for the past trauma that he experienced as a child. And this symbolizes some of our lives, honestly. How many of you guys hold a grudge because of what someone has done to you when you were a kid, or you hold a grudge because of what someone has done to you yesterday? Today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so common for us to normalize holding grudge against people, or oh, they did me wrong, they did me this. So it's like you have this resentment in your heart, which we see in Mr. Wonka's character. This unforgiveness has led him to have this hard, darkened heart, low-key, you guys, and it shows throughout the film. And eventually, as the film goes on, we notice that at the end, Mr. Wonka does finally forgive his father, and they're able to reunite, and he actually ends up being able to say family finally. So it's like, it's just beautiful how we can see the growth of at least Mr. Wonka, because the other characters that I touched on before, we don't really see any growth from that, which to me emphasizes the deadly sins, you know what I'm saying, that's attached to these characters. Because when they came out of the factory, you guys, everyone was the same. It's like they was still like unrepentant and angry and just like but Mr. Wonka, you know, we got to see his character development a bit more, which teaches us that we can do the same in real life. There is no need to hold this grudge and have this angry wrath deep down inside of you because of the things that people have done to you. Yes, it may hurt. Yes, you experience that and your feelings are valid, but hey, forgive them and move on. That's, you know. And finally, number 6, we have virtue and humility. There is still hope and still light at the end of the tunnel, you guys. Now let's talk about the one child that stands out, Mr. Charlie Bucket. Unlike the other characters, Charlie Bucket is a perfect representation of virtue and humility, you guys. Despite being poor, y'all, like this movie, like now that I'm really sitting here thinking about it, y'all, this movie is not a coincidence. Like, I really think that they knew what they was doing when they did what they did, because y'all, the fact that the only character that was like humble was Charlie Bucket. And who was Charlie Bucket? Charlie Bucket's character was poor. He came from little, and it's crazy because he wasn't really poor, bro. He got the richest like soul, you know what I'm saying? Like he won. Like, even though he was quote unquote poor and he didn't really come from a lot, the film shows us that it's not about what you have, it's about the inside, bro. It's about the soul. It's about the heart. And despite Charlie not having ideal circumstances, his family eats dinner on like that big freaking bed. And I think that the film does an amazing job of emphasizing emphasizing the differences in lifestyles of these different characters, because Charlie is like literally set apart from the rest of them. The rest of them are dealing with their own sin, craziness, pride, greed, gluttony, all this, and Mr. Charlie is over here like chilling. Like, he never not once complained about his circumstance. He never demanded anything from anybody, and he always showed gratitude for what little that he had, y'all. But Charlie Bucket's character is to teach us as viewers that it's humility, it's the meekness, it's the childlikeness that allows us to overcome things in life and obstacles in life, even though it may not physically look like it at times. And I believe that Charlie Bucket was literally the perfect representation for humility and virtue. And bro, when I tell you, my mind is literally like blown now that I have dived deep into the different characters and the different 7 deadly sins. And to me, I don't know, I would never watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory the same ever again, you guys, because that's crazy. And not in a bad way, in a good way, because I feel like the film shows us what not to do and what to do. As viewers, we should be striving after that virtue, that humility, striving after that. And we should not so much be like Miss Saw and Mr. Augustus, Gloop, and the other characters that low-key represent the 7 deadly sins. Now, there wasn't quite anyone representing lust in the film, so I didn't touch on that. And there also wasn't really anyone representing sloth in the film, so I didn't really touch on that either. But it's still interesting to look at and notice the different sins in these characters that we should learn from. Even if it's just a fun children family movie, it's way deeper than you think. And I loved Willy Wonka as a kid, and I never noticed these deadly sins that, like, now that I look at are so clear to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never noticed it, and I just wanted to make a video about it because I thought it was super cool. It's in the movies. Like, y'all, it's in the freaking movies. And let me know if you guys would like for me to do more videos on this type of thing, as far as diving into movies, revealing the hidden truths behind movies and stuff like that. Because when I tell y'all, my mind is literally blown. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what film you guys may want to see me tap into next, because this is my first video like this, and I don't know if like it could get any more specific than this, bro. We're talking about gluttony, greed, pride, envy, idolatry, unforgiveness, like all of the things that are biblical being represented in a children family movie. Like, that blows my mind, and I'm actually super excited and super eager to like discover what other films may have hidden messages like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope to open you guys' eyes a little bit. Know that, listen, this stuff is not just all cutesy and chocolate. No, sometimes it actually has a deeper meaning to it, so pay attention to the things that you guys are seeing. And I would love to know what you guys think about this topic down below in the comments below. But that's it for today's video. I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It truly does help me out a lot. And never question your worth just because somebody else can't see it, and that's just on that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Toodles! Bye! It's Willy Wonka, bro. Like, y'all was not slick. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. It's in the movies, bro. It's in the movies. But y'all want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about that. Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do.